Hi guys, good to see you guys again. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lola Chila, and if you've been following what I've been doing the past couple of days, you will realize that I've been doing videos about my experience on YouTube, my experience with YouTube. So guys, if you have not subscribed to my channel, I do not know what you're waiting for, but in the meantime, please subscribe, like, share, leave me a comment on what exactly you feel about some of the information that I'm sharing with you. Is it freaking you out? Is it making you encouraged? Just let me know exactly what you're thinking about everything that I'm putting out there. So guys, today I'm going to be talking to you about some of the surprises that I was met with on YouTube. Sincerely me. You know, sometimes when you're starting something, I don't know, you have expectations, but some expectations are not well managed, and along the way you're like, whoa, you know, you come across things and you're like, so this is how things are playing out here. And that's exactly what I got to experience. So let's dig into surprise number one. Oh my god. I realized that a lot of the YouTubers or content creators do not like each other. My god. Truthfully, this was a surprise to me, because for me, content creation was something just to relax, have fun with, and all that. And it's also an avenue to make friends. Surprise. It's not what I thought. Let me not lie. It wasn't what I thought. And this came out when I started reaching out to fellow content creators or YouTubers, especially when you're still a beginner. A lot of them just snob you. And then, you know, when you're trying to work with one content creator and you mention it to another content creator that you're trying to work with this person, they kind of shut you down. They're like, if you're working with that person, then I'm not working with you. They don't want to be seen on one platform. Like, it was so surprising for me having to realize that people who don't even get to see each other every day or even interact every day do not like each other. Okay? And also, still on that note, another thing that really caught me by surprise was the fact that a lot of content creators who you approach for collabs ask for you to pay. Yes. You know, for me personally, collabs are just one of those things that help you grow on YouTube. They give you visibility through another person's platform, and just collabs are also important so that you get to learn a thing or two from the other party, and they also get to learn from you. And also, the growth is not entirely just on the person you're asking for collab from. No, the growth also, you know, they can grow from you, from your experiences too. So you're out here approaching people and you're like, hey, hi, I like your job, I like your work, can we do this together? And this person is like, I charge this and this and this and this much for this number of videos. I'm like, oh. Yeah, I know that really did catch me off guard, and I needed to ask around and inquire whether this is what really happens. But I'm told it depends with the content creator that you have approached. There are those who feel like they've given free collabs to people and they've been taken for granted, and there are those who just feel like, hey, this much I have worked to be where I am, I need to charge. I cannot just be giving free things. But that was a big surprise to me. I was like, what? Okay, so this is how it plays out here. Okay. So that was another thing. Now, another surprise was that when you're a creator on YouTube, you're only doing, let's say, 30% of the job. YouTube does the other 70% for you. Aside the fact that you have to depend on YouTube to push your videos, your algorithm, you know, using the algorithm and all that, I'm also talking about the fact that YouTube just puts everything together for you to show you exactly how you're performing. And this is through the analytics side. Ooh, the analytics, yeah? So it's a bit separate from your YouTube channel, and for most YouTubers, if you're still new, you have no idea. You didn't have any idea. You'll just continue posting videos. But the truth is, there's another section whereby you can go behind the scenes and check out exactly how your video is performing. Yani, everything has been zeroed down to the nitty-gritty. how it performed, why it performed that way, how much that video made for you, blah 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 blah. It's called the analytics. So I've seen a lot of content creators showing people exactly the behind the scenes of exactly where they earn the YouTube studio, how much they're earning, how the video performed and all that. So that is the section I am talking about. And when you're new on YouTube, you don't get to have all this information. So sometimes you might overlook that part because you have no idea even in the first place. Like for me, I went for years even without knowing that my videos were being analyzed somewhere else, and they can help me exactly trace my performance and do better, because they also give you suggestions on how you can improve and even ideas on what people are looking for online, especially when they come across your videos. That is the most beautiful thing about YouTube, which was a surprise to me. Yeah. Another thing that caught me by surprise on YouTube is the unsolicited advice from people, especially when you tell them or when they discover you on YouTube, and most of them being family members and friends, and they are so quick to tell you what you need to do, how you need to do it, and most of them really do not even have an idea about YouTube. In fact, you're among the first people trying to venture into this space, and looking around, you totally do not have anyone you can rely on, because yeah, you're the only one who is brave enough to venture into this space. But the advice there is a lot, which I am grateful for. I try to listen when I can, but sometimes yeah, someone can give you advice and you're like, whoa, I wish you just had an idea what you're trying to say. So when it comes to YouTube, I've learned sometimes do your own research, and it's better to work with people who are on the platform, because sometimes people who are outside the platform, they have no idea. Truthfully, they have no idea. They're just like, why don't you do this? Why don't you move this way? I saw someone do this and it worked for them. The unsolicited advice is a lot out here, and I do appreciate people who just try to help, but also sometimes you don't know what to tell them. I was also surprised about how many YouTubers give up along the way. How many content creators on YouTube give up along the way? Because if I tell you it's an easy journey, I will be lying. No. There are so many, I don't want to use a certain word, but there are so many channels just lying that some people started and they could not continue, because earning money on YouTube, you have to work for it. Unlike other platforms, which I feel like, yes, with time, it's all that and then it's consistent. With YouTube, So I'd be lying to say that this month you can think you're getting this much, and then the next month that there'll be consistency in terms of your earnings. Sometimes people go months without earning anything because there's a threshold. People go months, even up to 6 months before you even reach the threshold that you need to reach in order for you to get your cut that month. Yeah. So there are a lot of people who've given up along the way on YouTube, and I totally understand them. It's not an easy journey. I was also very surprised at the number of people living off YouTube, like getting that YouTube money, consistently, and they are like that is their salary. Yeah, I was like, when I started YouTube, I could not believe that someone could earn and live off YouTube. Nah, I didn't. Trust me, I didn't. I just knew YouTube is just a hobby that you do, and then along the way, it adds up to what you're doing on the side. So YouTube was just a side gig. That's all. But I've come to realize that there are people who are entirely living off YouTube. Like, this is where they get their money. This is where they get their bread. You get? That was a big surprise to me. Truthfully, and it was a bit exciting at first meeting my fellow content creators and talking to them. And they would tell me, even show me exactly what they make every month. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down. But as long as you're getting some consistent money on YouTube and you keep at it, it is something that you can live off. That came as a really big surprise to me. And kudos to those people who are on that level, because it's a beautiful thing, truthfully. Now, Another thing that surprised me about YouTube is that people recognize you on the streets. Yeah, they do. They do. So I don't know if that's the point where you can say you have made it. Because truthfully, not all of us get into YouTube to be famous, but by virtue of you doing videos with your face, and not the faceless videos, if you are doing any videos where you're showing you on camera, definitely people along the way will get used to that face and they will recognize you on the streets. Yeah, at first I remember I debated on whether I want a faceless channel or a channel with my face on it, and because I'm the kind of person who really treasures interpersonal communication, and I know people seeing me and me communicating with them really does make an impact, I decided to go for this. Yeah, so whether I like it or not, along the way people will recognize me, will start recognizing me on the streets. I've had such incidences here and there where just a total stranger calls out your name and you're like, whoa, you know, you want to run, but then again, because sometimes you're not like on the streets walking and you're thinking, yes, I'm a YouTuber, I'm a content creator, people know me. No, sometimes you're just going about your business and then someone just goes like, Lola, and you go like, this person knows me. And you know, the good thing is that they go direct and they're like, Lola, you're the YouTuber. And you're like, oh yeah, I'm the YouTuber. And you're really humbled, but at the same time you're like, ugh. Yeah, hopefully I get a time when you know, hopefully it's not gonna be that much, because truthfully there are people who get mobbed on the streets and they are content creators. They cannot go anywhere without being recognized. So I was also surprised by how much content I need to put out there to be monetized. There's a point I was like, no way, you know, I'm looking at my videos and I'm like, it's reading 100 videos and I'm like, I'm not monetized yet. What's happening? You know, and these are for people who generally are just, you know, you just started YouTube and you're I want to use the word nobody, meaning like, you know, you never had a platform anywhere else, you're unknown, you're just coming from, you know, that base of you're unknown. Yeah, people like us, do you know how it feels like to post 100 videos and you're not yet monetized? It's like you're literally going to work and you're not getting paid. You know, in your head you always imagine, by my 10th video to blow up, because you never know which video does well, you know, and people always keep on encouraging you, going like, you know, just post that video, you never will know which video will blow up. And truthfully, you never know which video will blow up totally. So that is even worse for you mentally, because now you have to keep on working. It got to a point where I was posting videos and I'm not even checking how they are performing because I don't want to know. I'm like, nah, that is not for me. Yeah. Hey, you get to the 100th video, you're not monetized yet. Woo, you start sweating. You start asking questions. You start looking left, right, and center. You start giving up. Oh my. Yeah. So yeah, that happens, and it happens a lot. And making videos is not really easy. As someone who has a background in content creation, a journalism background, with the videos that we put out on YouTube every other day, these particular videos are videos that will take time when, you know, you're doing for TV, yeah, on a national platform. So video you sit on for 2 to 3 months, but on YouTube this is a video literally you're expected to be putting out 3 times in a week, which, you know, sometimes it kind of plays around with the quality. But there are people who've just decided that they're not really chasing to be monetized. They'll just be putting out stuff out there until everything happens. So putting 1 video, 3 videos in a month, and then they move on, and it's all good. Anyway, that was my other shock. So this is attached to a point I said earlier, but I want to insist on this point. I was surprised at how many YouTubers are moving and working alone. Moving and working alone on YouTube, yes, does cut it, but I realize there are a lot of YouTubers who are doing well are moving as a team. So I have not really understood the concept of moving and working alone and building alone. Yeah, and I do understand them, considering I had mentioned earlier that even trying to reach out to other YouTubers, fellow YouTubers for collabs and the likes, is a headache. Literally, your messages are either ignored, you're either told to pay a certain amount of money, or they just literally lie to you, because after they check your after they check your channel, they realize you're not up to their level. Yeah, and that's another thing that really surprised me, that people really look at the numbers, and they move with the numbers. If you're not at a certain level, then nobody talks to you, nobody. Okay, literally, by the way, that is like discrimination. No, really, there is serious discrimination on YouTube. Like, someone can have like 6,000 subscribers, but they have really good content, and someone can have like, they have like 50,000 subscribers, and their content is just there. The only difference is that maybe they started earlier and they pushed, and maybe they learned how to do their SEO, and so they grew at a certain rate. But nobody will look at you because you have 6,000 subscribers. Yeah, and the one with the 50,000 subscribers will just be, out there, feeling big, feeling good, feeling like, I have achieved. And everyone needs to feel that way, by the way, because YouTube is really hard work. But the fact that people will not even give you a glance just because of your numbers, that thing still boggles me, because, YouTube is really funny. You will wake up tomorrow and this person that you're not looking at is way ahead of you. That is another thing that really came as a surprise. So guys, those are just a few of the things that I was able to piece together. Thank you so much for watching. Kama kawaida, continue watching the videos that I'll be posting. We'll be having these conversations as we go by. But thank you so much for the support. Kindly like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Like seriously, whenever you see a video dropping, just go tap the like. It really helps us content creators push our videos, really, because YouTube picks up on the fact that you guys love this video, so they'll continue pushing it. But in the meantime, thank you so much. Bye bye.